I have been helping entrepreneurs maximize their marketing efforts for better profit over 25 years now. I have a business that is dedicated to the same for over 18 years. I've helped with the marketing efforts for over 1,200 companies in the last 30 years. And after all of the countless campaigns, strategies, and plans, do you know the most consistent thing I see lacking? Care to take a guess? What if I told you it was a sufficient marketing budget? Yep, that's the most common element lacking with businesses' marketing strategies: budget. But I'm going to solve that today by showing you how to profitably budget for an effective marketing plan. Let's dive in.
Welcome to You Are Buzzworthy.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of You Are Buzzworthy, the podcast where I bring you insights and expertise on all things marketing. I'm your host, Michael Buzinski, and today I have a crucial topic to discuss: how to budget marketing into your financial plan. We all know marketing is the lifeblood of any successful business, but it can also be a significant investment. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting your journey, understanding how to budget for marketing is crucial for sustainable growth. First, let's discuss why budgeting for marketing is so essential. Marketing is not just about creating ads and campaigns. It's about building your brand, attracting clients, and generating revenue. Without a well thought out marketing budget, you're risking overspending or conversely, not investing enough in strategies that can help your business thrive. So, where do you start when creating a marketing budget? Well, the first step is setting clear, measurable goals. What do you want to achieve with your marketing efforts? Are you looking to increase website traffic, generate leads, boost sales, or just enhance brand awareness? Having specific objectives will guide your budget allocation and help you measure the effectiveness of your campaigns. Next, determine your marketing budget based on your business's size, industry, and goals. A common rule of thumb is to allocate a percentage of your projected revenue. The key word here is projected. If at all possible, it is important to invest in marketing at a level where you want to be, not where you are. For example, say you have 1 million in sales this year and you want to double your revenue in the next year. What you invest to get to 1 million won't get you to 2. So you have to double your investment to get double the return. Well, at least budget for that. You might find out that it doesn't take twice the investment to get twice the revenue. The worst scenario is to fall short because you underestimated what it would take to hit your goals. Then again, what if you didn't invest a lot of money to get where you are now? I see this a lot with smaller and younger businesses. Heck, I did it with my first few years in business. Word of mouth and networking don't cost a lot of money. And most service-based businesses can grow up to 1 million in revenue without spending a lot of money in marketing. But there is a point of diminishing returns with guerrilla marketing tactics. So at some point, we are going to have to invest in our marketing. When I'm dealing with a client who've never spent a lot in marketing, I start with a basic percentage of revenue to increase a budget or to create a budget. The percentage ranges depending on industry, but for those who want to grow at an aggressive state, I suggest between 8 and 15% of projected revenue or 25% of current revenue. That's up to 25% current revenue. I don't want to scare you too much. All right. So yes, it is a big swing and 25% is a scary number. But like I said, it all depends on your industry, stage of business, and your goals. Money equals speed in marketing. So if you don't mind growing slow, you don't have to budget as much. But if you are very small and want to grow fast, you have to consider higher investments relative to your current revenue. To give context, let me give you two examples. One relatively new business and one established business. Say you're a micro business doing around 250,000 in gross revenue and you would like to grow to $500,000. If we estimated that a $500,000 business in your industry spends roughly 10% in marketing, then you will need about $50,000 to meet your goal. This is 20% of your current revenue. So you will need at least 20% of your current revenue to invest in marketing towards your goal. Now, let's say you are a $1 million business looking to double up to hit 2 million. Research shows that you will need at least 8% of 2 million to reach your goal. That's $160,000 or 16% of your current revenue. You can see how the percentages start to dwindle as you get bigger. This goes to the old adage, money begets money. The more money you have on hand, the more money you have to invest. But what if you are a micro business and don't have 20% of your current revenue to invest? Well, then you have two options. Spend what you can now, make up for the shortfall with effort, or create a budget for profitable marketing. We can all assume how the first option works. Okay, so let's skip to creating a budget that allows for profitable marketing. Let's start with how most business owners work with their budget. I'm going to work with relatively round numbers to make things easier to follow along with, but I am basing the percentages on decades of experience. Most often, I see service-based businesses work off a cost plus pricing strategy. This means they look at their cost of doing business and then mark up a certain percentage from there. I discussed this in my last episode, optimizing revenue through profitable pricing strategy. Check it out if you missed it, but I digress. With this strategy, most of the time, I see entrepreneurs budget their marketing out of their profit column with the thought that if they can invest in marketing, if there's anything left over. This is fine if you are in the first year or two of your business. But by the time you get to $250,000 or 3 years in business, you should have marketing well established in your cost of doing business. Even with those who do have marketing built into their operating budget, I see them allocate way too low, sometimes as little as 5%. Let's be honest here. 5% of even $250,000 is only $12,500, which is 2.5% of $500,000, which is just insufficient. So, what is one to do? What if you don't have enough to allocate for marketing in your budget? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you've fallen into this category, you will need to reassess your budget and pricing structure to take into account a better marketing budget. Let's continue with the example I've started. You have $250K in revenue, but only 5% allocated to marketing. Our goal is to get that to 20%. The first thing you will do is look at your operating budget. In episode 10, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about optimizing revenue by streamlining your operations as much as possible. I personally still do this when I'm looking for extra budget for anything within my business. Look at your current operations and its budget and see if there's anything you can live without or just for the time being and reallocate the savings for your marketing. I recently did my end of year budget review and discovered that I was spending too much on phone services. I made changes and added the savings directly to my marketing. I also found another operational fat to trim and did the same. Every little bit helps and it adds up fast. Now, say you were able to scrape up $12,500 in savings to bring your total marketing budget to 10% of your current revenue. You have another two options. Work with the 25% and make up for the shortfall in energy expended by you and your staff, or adjust your pricing strategy. Let's move forward with adjusting your pricing strategy. To make sure we are all on the same page, we have 250,000 in revenue with 10% allocated to marketing, and we are looking to make it to 20%. Let's say you are currently billing at $100 per hour. This means that every hour you bill, you can invest $10 to marketing, but you need $20 and you have already optimized your operations and your overhead. Guess what? It's time to adjust your pricing. The math on this is simple, but the implementation can be messy. So let's start with the simple math. You need 20% of your current revenue or $20 per hour billed to go towards marketing, but you can't take any more from your current revenue. So we need to adjust your hourly billing. A simple way to approach this is to take the $90 you currently have in expenses and profit and add the $20 you need for marketing per billing hour to make $110 as your new billing rate, effectively increasing your rates by 10%. Now, the messy part. In order for this to work, you will have to bring your existing clients along with you. So you have to figure out how to increase the value of your current work by 10% without having to add 10% more cost. In the past, I have found an added value my current clients would benefit from and sold them on the upgrade in service. I most recently looked at clients that I have had for more than 3 years and told them I was going to do a cost of living adjustment so I can pay my employees properly and continue delivering the high level of service they've come accustomed to. The messy part is when neither tactic is effective with price-sensitive clients. In these situations, you have to make the decision on whether to keep them or not. If you keep these underpaying clients, you're inevitably losing money and bandwidth for clients who will pay your new rates. This is the hardest part of growing, but imperative to your success. The good news is that your best clients will most likely have no problem paying the $10 difference because you have already shown them you are worth every single penny. Okay, number time is over. Of course, you will still have to do the math for your specific situation, but I hope what I have shown you will help you get your marketing budget on mark. So now you have a profitable marketing budget, and I want to share a couple of tips to managing it. The first key is testing and measuring your marketing efforts to optimize your budget. Use analytic tools to track the performance of your campaigns to be sure they're delivering the desired results. When campaigns fall short of expectations, be prepared to adjust your strategy and reallocate your budget accordingly. Flexibility is another key to optimizing your marketing budget. Business conditions can change rapidly, so it's essential to adapt. Keep a portion of your budget flexible for unforeseen opportunities or challenges that may arise throughout the year. To sum it up, budgeting for marketing is a critical aspect of your financial plan. Start by setting clear goals, determine your budget, prioritize the right marketing channels, and be prepared to test and adjust your strategy as needed. Remember that marketing is an investment in your business's future. And with proper budgeting and well-executed strategy, it can yield significant returns. And that is it for today. I hope you found this discussion on budgeting for marketing valuable and insightful. If you have any questions or would like to share your thoughts on this topic, don't hesitate to reach out on our YouTube channel at Buzzworthy Marketing. You can also find me on LinkedIn, and be sure to check out my book, The Rule of 26, for more marketing insights. You can get a free copy at ruleof26.com. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, remember to stay buzzworthy.